Welcome back viewers, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries and anyone with ears or other sound detection organs. Hope you enjoy. We are continuing with Chaos and Mayhem written by Lord Henry 7878. There is a link to the playlist in the doobly-doo. Chaos and Mayhem, a sexy space babes story part 11. The wanted poster had really become our new Instagram. Really. We were on there every day just to see who wanted whom dead. And today had a good one. I was scrolling as we sat at the bar and occasionally eating a French fry.
Yo.
I said to Uncle Bill.
Check this out. Guy called Black Stallion wants Captain Rishi Cosmanos killed publicly.
Too messy.
Uncle Bill said over his beer.
If you can't find anything else, though, fine.
I scrolled some more.
Boring, boring.
Uncle Bill snorted with laughter.
Boring. Hot.
Oh hey, check this one out.
I showed Uncle Bill the post.
Someone called Prometheus wants the Baroness dead. Baroness Stamatios. Dead.
Yeah.
Uncle Bill stole some of my fries.
And how do you propose we do that?
Looks like Prometheus was in the know. Check it out.
They'd posted dates, times, and places when the Baroness would be outside her compound.
I'm thinking we hit her on the road.
Uncle Bill said, scrolling.
If we wait for her speech at Grimsville Hospital on the 15th, we can wait and ambush her.
July 15th, that gave us 3 weeks to prep.
How do we know which road she's gonna take though?
Because according to this, she's going right back to Chatelaine afterwards.
That mansion in PG? MHM. Which means after leaving the hospital she's gonna get on 97 then go through Carroll County and take 26 on her way to 32.
So we hit her on 97 just after the Grimsville exit.
MHM, call Jimmy.
I went outside and pulled some chalk out of my pocket, drawing a purple stripe on the door frame. Tomorrow morning, Jimmy would see it when he was walking by, and we would be in business. I, in the meantime, went to sleep. We'd set up shop in the office above the Stoned Elephant. The original owner had never used it, so we squatted. Anyways, the next morning, I got up and went downstairs, and lo and behold, there Uncle Bill and Jimmy sat, poring over minute details.
Morning.
I sat down at the bar. Oh, thank God Jimmy had brought donuts.
What VE we got planned?
I helped myself to a jelly donut.
You
Uncle Bill said.
are going to talk to Narek at the chemical plant. We need ANFO. A lot of it.
Okay. The drive up to the chemical plant was boring as fuck, but, you know, operations had to start somewhere. And the drive back was dangerous, but so was the rest of our life right now.
Well.
I snagged an Old Bay donut.
Guess I'd better get going.
I reached in and grabbed a few more donuts for the road. I munched the donut as I got in the car. Like I said, the drive up was boring as hell. I took 97 down into Howard County and ran through Alney. When I pulled in, Narek was already there, ready to tell me to go screw myself. Absolutely not. The bald, paunchy Albanian man in the hard hat yelled before I even stepped out of the car. Whatever you and gang of crazies want, I not do.
Jesus fucking Christ, Narek, you don't even know what we want.
The chemical plant foreman was paranoid. You just bring trouble, I give help last time, get investigated.
We just need ANFO.
This was gonna be a pain, wasn't it? I don't give amfo. You bring me trouble. I sighed.
Would you rather we come down here? Steal it and brand you a traitor to your species.
Narek's face fell even worse than it already had. I.
It's okay, Narek. Give me the keys, tell the perps we stole it. I'll back you up.
Narek sighed loudly and gave me the keys. It was time to get the barrels out of storage. And that started 3 weeks of work. Once we had the bombs made, we scoped the area, buried the bombs by the side of the road, and developed exfil plans for later. It was a busy 3 weeks. It was raining the day of the hit. I sat in the passenger seat of a 2015 GV. The driver, it seemed, had her own reasons to hate the Shilvati. And of course the perps are acting like it's not their fault they seduced my husband.
Those bitches.
I growled. The rain blattered against the windshield. Ah. Think we're here. Make a right.
Yeah.
Once we were parked by the house, I got out and climbed up on the roof. Now that I was all set up on the roof, I started my GoPro and phone and loaded my rifle. Once the bombs went off, I could drop right down into the bed of a pickup truck, cut across a cornfield, and make my getaway down the Patapsco River. It was all set up to run like clockwork. Anyways, once the day came, I was chilling on the roof with a set of binoculars when my radio crackled. We had gotten good at using cheapest Radio Shack equipment wherever possible. "It's Telly," the voice said. Obviously, Telly wasn't his real name, but... The convoy's passing the first checkpoint. Excellent. Right on schedule. I pulled my mask up over my face. One thing Uncle Bill had insisted on was some sort of uniform whenever we ran an operation like this. According to Geneva, or something that made us partisans rather than terrorists. We had decided on a red bandana. Some people wore armbands or tied them around their necks. Uncle Bill tied his back over his head. I, personally, liked wearing mine over my face like a cowboy. A backwards baseball cap and green mirrored shades completed the look. No sense not looking good at least, right? The radio crackled again. Yo, they are passing the second checkpoint. That was my cue. I got on the cheap cell phone and pulled up the right number. Soon as the convoy was by the right tree, I dialed. I saw the blast a few seconds before I heard it. Contrary to what movies teach us, there was no fireball, just a flash and a cloud of smoke and dust. And of course, a dull thump a second later. The lead car was gone. I got on my phone and dialed the second number. Another cloud of smoke and dust erupted in the distance, followed by another bang. Then a third. The road was marred by craters and debris. In the distance, I could see Uncle Bill's truck heading up towards the flaming wrecks to look for survivors. My job, however, was done. I jumped off the roof into the truck, and the tires squealed as the driver slammed on the gas. As the truck sped towards the cornfield, I crawled into the cab through the back window and buckled in. "They definitely traced the signal to you," the driver yelled over the distant gunfire. Even across the cornfield it was still loud as fuck. "Yeah, that's why I have a getaway driver." "No, seriously." The driver pointed as something small and grey zoomed ahead of us and turned around. "Drones. Shit." We ducked under the dash as the drone fired, the beam punching a hole in the windshield. The driver was still a driver though, and she had to drive. She peered up just a little so we wouldn't go off a cliff or something. This quickly turned out to be a bad move. Despite going in a decent direction, the drone fired again, and the front left side was shredded. The driver was thrown clear, accidentally yanking the wheel as she fell out of the truck. I reached for the steering wheel just as the out-of-control truck careened down a steep hill. You know how you're certain you're gonna die, and your life flashes in front of your eyes? Yeah, total bullshit. What did happen though? The fall couldn't have been more than a few seconds, but as I fell, trapped inside the steel frame, it felt like an hour. I couldn't do much more than watch as the world spun around me for a second. The ground was above me, then the river rushed up to meet me. When I came to, half my face was under the water. I was crazy lucky or something. If my nose had been under the water, I'd been dead by now. At least the water felt nice today. Small victories, right? But my biggest problem was the figures I could see moving on the shoreline and waist deep in the water. And they were coming towards me. Oh shit, oh shit. I tried to undo my seat belt, but the damn thing was stuck. Oh, let's see, where was my knife? That wasn't good. It must have been thrown somewhere in the crash. Shit, shit, shit. The Shilvati were now surrounding the truck. One huge purple lady smashed the windshield and held me down as another cut through my seat belt. Lady number 2 slid a bag over my head, and the two pulled me out and onto dry land. This is for making me wade out into freezing water to save your ass, the one said. She pushed me over, and with the bag over my head, I had no way to see the foot that immediately slammed into my stomach. I was winded and coughing as I tried to get back up. A foot connected with my back, and I flopped back to the ground. "SA matter?" the one asked. "Can't see. Boss lady has plans for you," the other said as the two threw me into the back of the transport. When the bag came off, I was sitting in a chair. My wrists and ankles were tied to the chair legs. It wasn't the brightest in here, but I could see Uncle Bill tied down next to me. It seemed whoever had apprehended him had given him the same treatment I'd gotten. I was immediately worried. Uncle Bill was far older than I was. There was another Shilvati in the room as well. "William Judd," she said. "Thomas Steinberg."
Steinberg.
I corrected. I didn't care, I just felt like being an asshole.
It's Jewish.
"I don't give a shit," the purple bitch snapped. Stamatios wasn't in the convoy. I didn't find out till after.
Wait, what?
It sounded like she was saying she'd arranged the assassination.
You're Prometheus, aren't you?
"You heard me, I needed the Baroness dead. You tried. You failed. And now we are going to do it right." "Wait, what? What was Prometheus on about?"
I get it.
Uncle Bill said.
Looks like we have a coup going on. You want to take over, so you trick us into doing your dirty work for you, am I right? You're probably even gonna brand us criminals and throw us in some dark hole when we're done.
"I what? No. What is wrong with you?" The Shilvati seemed offended that we would accuse her of such sneaky tactics.
It's what I would have done. It's how things work.
Now I got it. Uncle Bill was winding her up. "Then your planet is insane." The perp sighed. "Remember the hospital? We tried to stop it. The orbital bombing at the airport? Tried to stop it. Baroness Stamatios's administration has provided us nothing but chaos and mayhem, I'm sure you'll agree." "Yeah, she had a point. You kill Stamatios, your whole godforsaken region, your Maryland benefits."
Right.
Uncle Bill turned right into a 5-syllable word.
And you're doing this out of the goodness of your heart and get absolutely nothing out of it, I suppose.
Isn't human sarcasm great? Our mysterious employer snorked. He literally said the opposite of what he meant, and I still got the meaning. She stooped down and got right in Uncle Bill's face. "I get the chance to run my little bit of society without an insane noblewoman and her equally insane militia running around. Believe me, the entire administration wants her gone. Up the chain to the governess of Earth."
So, what's in store for us?
That question had been percolating in my head since the bag came off.
And call off your fucking bitches, too.
I could feel blood trickling from both my nostrils. "You are going to be taken to a secure site, where you will practice and train under the supervision of a squad of elite soldiers, Death's Head commandos. And then you will strike." Death's Head, that didn't sound good. I tried to sniffle away the blood before the bag went back on. This time when the bag came off, a bunch of scary-looking Shilvati loomed over us. Even scarier than usual. End of chapter. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss any episode, and do all the other YouTube stuff. visit and support the author. All the relevant links are in the doobly-doo, and comment your opinions, good or bad. And I'll see you next time. And as usual, have a wonderful day.